All right, so today we're doing something a little different. We're not actually reviewing a product. Instead, we're going to peel back the layers of a marketing pitch for a supplement called Sleep Lean and really look at the narrative structure, what makes it so persuasive. So, right out of the gate, the pitch hits you with these 4 words. It's incredibly simple, but really powerful. This is the very first thing you hear, and it's specifically designed to get you to lower your guard and just listen. Well, think about it. For anyone who's ever struggled and felt frustrated, this line is instant validation. It's basically saying, hey, I get it, I see your struggle, and I'm not here to point fingers. That builds an immediate connection and makes you way more open to whatever they're about to say next. And that leads us right into the first part of their story, zeroing in on a relatable problem. The whole goal here is to tap into very specific, very real frustrations to make you feel like they are talking directly to you. And you can see here, they just start rattling off this list of common struggles. Sleepless nights, tough diets, feeling tired all the time. It's like a checklist of frustrations. And for the right person, it creates this powerful feeling of, wow, they get me. This is exactly what I'm going through. Okay, so once they've established that shared problem, this is where things get really interesting. The narrative takes a sharp turn and introduces a completely new and kind of revolutionary sounding idea. They call it the sleep-wait promise. So here's the big hook. The problem isn't that you're not trying hard enough. The real revolution, they claim, happens while you're asleep. And that's a brilliant move, isn't it? It shifts the whole conversation away from things that take a ton of effort, like dieting and exercise, to something we all have to do anyway. But a big promise needs something to back it up. So, to make it sound credible, they bring in some sciencey language. They pinpoint a specific phase of sleep, NREM, or deep sleep, as the magic moment where your metabolism kicks into gear. It makes the whole thing feel more tangible, more real. And look at how they break it down. They turn this super complex biology into a simple 4-step chain of events. It suggests there's this precise mechanism happening inside you that just needs to be, well, switched on. So if deep sleep is the engine, the next logical question is, how do you turn the key? And that's exactly where the product makes its grand entrance. It's positioned as the hero of the story, the one thing you need to unlock that whole process. Now notice they don't just say it's a blend of ingredients. No, they're very specific. It's an exclusive formula with exactly 8 natural supernutrients. Using a concrete number like 8 makes it sound so much more precise and deliberate, like it's been perfectly engineered. And then they show you what's inside. You see names like berberine, black cohosh, and spirulina blue. Now, you might not know what these things are, but they sound scientific, right? It just adds another layer of legitimacy, reinforcing that idea of a potent, well-researched formula. And here is the really clever part. See how the benefits here perfectly line up with that biological process we just saw? The formula helps you get deep sleep, which then balances your hormones, which then burns fat. It presents the product as the perfect key for the lock they just described. A nice, neat little loop. Okay, so at this point in the pitch, you're probably intrigued, but also a little skeptical. They know that. So this next stage is all about knocking down those doubts and building a solid foundation of trust. And they are really smart about this. They tackle your biggest worries head on. Are you worried it might not be safe? They say it's 100% natural. Wondering if it's high quality? They mention FDA-registered and GMP-certified facilities. And the biggest one of all, what if it doesn't work for me? Boom, a 90-day satisfaction guarantee. They've got an answer for everything. On top of the guarantee, they also give you a timeline. This is another really smart trust-building tactic. They're managing your expectations, telling you exactly what to look for and when. Better sleep in a few days, real results in a couple of weeks. It makes the whole offer feel way more predictable and very low risk. And that brings us to the final act. We're in the home stretch. They've identified the problem, they've presented the solution, they've taken away the risk. So what's left? Well, now they have to create a sense of urgency and get you to take action right now. And here's a classic move. This morning, about only trusting the official website does 2 things at once. First, it makes them sound like a trusted friend, protecting you from fakes and scams. But second, it creates a sense of scarcity and funnels every single interested person to one specific place, their sales page. Then they wrap it all up by framing the decision as this simple, clear-cut choice. On one side, you've got all that frustration from the beginning of the story. On the other, You have the easy, energetic transformation they're promising. It's an emotional gut punch designed to make their way feel like the only logical choice. So when you lay it all out, you can really see this clear 5-act playbook: empathize, reframe, solve, reassure, and urge. Now, understanding this structure doesn't tell us a single thing about whether the product actually works. That's a whole other conversation. But what it does do is give us a framework, a new lens to see through. And it leaves us with one big question. The next time you encounter a pitch like this, what will you be looking for?